The food, I was so amazed. Unang pagpunta ko dito, as in, yung serving ng food, ang laki. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Mama Let's Record. For those who are new here, please like and subscribe. So today, we are going to discuss 4 topics. Number 1 is the salary. Number 2, lifestyle. My lifestyle so far, what I have observed and everything. Number 3 is the learning environment, my classroom, in the school as a whole. And number 4 is my the co-workers I have, and the admins that I have. So, let's begin. This is an honest review, everyone. Walang char-char attached. Okay, so may kopya ko dito para hindi ko makalimutan yung mga sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay, this is real. Number 1 is the salary. Of course, as I have discussed before, yung salary ng teacher, it depends upon 2 big factors. Number 1 is your educational background. Number 2 is your teaching experience. So, the more educational background you have, the higher your educational attainment, kung may master's or doctor's degree ka, kinakount yan. And then, yung teaching experience mo, like you have 10 years of experience or 20 years, mas malaki yung sahod mo. So, nakadepende yan. So, may step sila na pina-follow nila. Every year din, tumataas yung sahod. Kasi nga, nadadagdagan yung years of experience mo. So, dito sa lugar ko, I am in Kansas. So, the salary ranges around 50,000 to 80,000 annually. Okay? So, i-divide mo yan into 12 months. And minusan mo ng tax. We have 2 taxes. We have federal tax and we have the state tax. And may isa pa, yun pang retirement na kinakaltas, which is also big and mandatory siya. So, our monthly salary ranges around 2,900 to 4,000 a month. So, limpyo na yan. Yun na yung after tax na yan. So, 2,900 to somewhere 4,000 a month. So, minusan mo pa ng living expense mo at saka magpapadala ka pa sa Pilipinas, no? Babayaran mo pa yung utang mo, teachers, 'di ba? May mga loans tayo. So, imagine that one. And one of the biggest expense that I have so far in here in the United States is the housing cost. So, again, yung pabahay namin dito, yung apartment or the house ranges around $650 to $1,500. So, again, it depends if you have 1 bedroom or 3 bedrooms with a garage. It depends. So, usually, mas cheaper yung apartment with 1 or 2 bedrooms rather than a house. Tsaka mas mahirap i-maintain yung house kasi may mga lawn and everything. So, for now, I am living in an apartment. Okay, and it's really expensive. I do have a garage, but it's really expensive. Tapos, may mga personal na gastos pa tayo. So, imagine that one. But, look at the bright side. At least, nababayaran natin yung utang natin sa Pilipinas. Diba? May mga loans tayo. Yun lang yun. So far, that's it. Second is lifestyle. So, I have been in the United States for about 8 months now. And I am living in the countryside. I am not in the big city. So, more or less, meron naman siyang mga malalaking establishments dito. May mga stores din. But unlike New York, California, which is really big, in my city, it's a small city, very peaceful city. So, let's talk about the traffic in here. Yung walang ka-traffic dito, guys. Walang masyadong sasakyan. Maluwag yung road. So, walang masyadong traffic talaga. Except na lang, may kaunting traffic maybe during rush hour, weekdays, mga around 7 a.m. and around 4 p.m. Yun yung medyo madami-daming sasakyan but not so traffic talaga. And next is the stores. Madaming stores, do walang mall, kagaya sa Pilipinas, yung mga malalaking mall. Ang andito lang ay, such as Walmart, malaki siya, but it's not really a mall, you know. Walmart, meron silang Target, Burlington, TJ Maxx, and many more. So, madami siyang stores, madaming restaurants dito. And, madami ding mga infrastructures na ongoing yung paggawa. So, madaming madaming trabahante, madaming employees. So, yung bahay dito kakaunti lang. So, yung law of supply and demand, remember, madami yung nagdidemand ng bahay pero konti lang yung pabahay kaya mahal. Kaya mahal yung bahay dito. Then, the food. The food, I was so amazed unang pagpunta ko dito, as in, yung serving ng food, ang laki. Yung pagpunta namin dito, yung first time naming makakita ng, parang yung one serving nila for a person, parang pwede na siyang pangtatluhan, you know? At saka yung pagkain dito, hindi masyadong mahal. For example, yung pizza sa Pilipinas, 'di ba, yung cut sa pizza maliit lang. Dito ang super laki talaga, guys, super laki. And they have a lot of food kasi nga I am in a place where there's a lot of people, different cultures, so madami ding restaurants. Merong Mexican restaurants, American restaurants, and such as McDonald's, a lot of pizzas, basta madaming restaurants. Hindi ko lang alam kasi hindi ako masyadong kumakain sa labas. Alam niya naman, nagtitipid, di ba? Nakikita ko lang, pero hindi talaga ako masyadong kumakain-kain, you know. Nagluluto ako, syempre. And then, meron ding Filipino restaurant, you know. And meron ding Thai restaurant, Chinese restaurant, and also name it, madami. Nag-try ako before sa Coral restaurant or something, parang buffet siya. Super unlimited yung food, ang sasarap. $20, you know. Unlimited talaga. So parang doon ko na-experience yung food coma na parang pagkatapos mong kumain parang hindi ka na makapagsalita sa super busog. Next is America is super high-tech. In the Philippines, I live in a province. So, hindi masyadong high-tech. So, kumbaga, for example, order ako sa Jollibee, matatagalan pa super like 1.5 hour. Pero dito, guys, i-click-click mo lang yung, kumbaga, yung sasakyan, pupunta ka sa isang restaurant, take out ka. So, parang order ka lang sa labas, pindot-pindot ka lang, tapos punta ka sa window, andyan na, ang bilis. Or even coffee, scooters, order ka lang, andyan na. So, most of the people here, they do online shopping, yung order ka na lang online, so, sa food. So, ganun, very high-tech dito. Even in the banks, they are so super high-tech. They value time. They value time so much, kaya kailangan mabilis lahat. Next is the banks. The banks in here, walang kuskus balungos, dire-diretso. Gusto mo nang mag-withdraw, pirmahan mo lang. Sabihin mo kung magkano yung gusto mong i-withdraw, din ibibigay nila as long as may fund ka, di ba? Sa Pilipinas, masyadong maarte. Ayaw nila ng erasure, ayaw nila ng yung dapat yung signature mo kung ano nakalagay before, dapat ganun-ganun talaga yung itsura. Dito, guys, hindi. No, walang masyadong arte at saka mabilis. Mabilis talaga. Next is the weather. The weather so far in here is so nice. November na ngayon, middle of November, so hindi pa siya masyadong malamig. I mean, malamig na, pero unlike other states na may ice na talaga, may mga snow na, dito malamig lang siya pero hindi pa talaga siya ganun kalamig na ini-imagine ko. Kaya nga super prepare ako for the winter kasi natatakot ako sa snow, guys. Natatakot ako sa lamig. Kasi naninigas yung, parang ina-adapt yung lamig ng kamay ko. So, ina-adapt yung lamig ng kamay ko. Correct. So, yun na nga. Super prepare ako. Then, return items. So, yesterday, pumunta ako sa Walmart, bumili ako ng kurtina. Now, hindi ko nagustuhan yung kulay kasi hindi siya match sa wall ko. So, ginawa ko, tiniklop ko lang yung kurtina nang walang kaarte-arte, binalik ko sa Walmart, dun sa customer service nila. Guys, pakita mo lang yung resibo mo, sabihin mong hindi mo gusto yung kurtina, babalik nila. Babalik nila yung pera mo, either cash or sa credit card. Ganun ka bilis, you know. Tsaka wala masyadong pila. Unlike sa Pilipinas, Diyos ko, meron nga tayong may customers right nga tayo, pero masyadong matagal yung proseso, marami pa silang tatawagan. Now let's go to the learning environment. Let's start in my classroom. So, each teacher, merong budget na around $250 to $300. Yung budget na yan, pwede mo siyang i-decorate sa classroom mo, pwede kang bumili ng mga materials that will help your students to learn. So in my case, nag-book fair kami. So bumili ako ng ilang mga novels that is good for reading for my kids. Medyo nag-decorate din ako. So they are really very supportive in terms of the learning towards the students. Yung classroom nila is very much perfect for learning, I can say, because kung ano yung gusto mo or kung sa tingin mo ay kailangan ng mga estudyante, sabihin mo lang sa admin, bibili nila yan. And then, yung classroom din naka-pattern sa special needs ng mga bata. May mga special needs kasi minsan may mga special needs yung mga bata dito. So, yung classroom nila ibabagay din sa mga needs nila. May mga bata na ayaw masyadong mailaw, may mga bata na need nila ng ganitong materyales para maka-learn sila. So, ibibigay yan ng school. So, talagang supportive yung school sa mga estudyante. And then, yung school naman as a whole is super duper very nice. Yung school namin, perfect siya. Merong perfect as I can see. Because merong library, super ang laki ng library, kumpleto ng mga libro, mga novels, at saka mga bago mga bagong novels. And meron ding theater room, meron ding soccer field, may 2 gym, may 2 cafeteria, malalaki, at saka marami, super, you know, complete facility. May mga cameras din all around para secure yung mga estudyante tsaka yung mga bata. Tsaka yung mga estudyante dito provided sila ng iPad, provided ng mga kahit anong materyales. At saka pag yung estudyante, pag nakita ni teacher na yung pananamit niya, yung sapatos niya sirang-sira na, pwedeng dalhin niya yung bata sa school closet. Mayroon kasi kaming school closet. Kung yung school closet, mga donation ng mga damit, mga sapatos, mga deodorant, everything. So, bibigyan yung bata pa. But I do it discreetly para hindi naman mapahiya yung bata. So, talagang provided yung everything dito. Provided yung everything. Tapos, provided ang everything dito. And lastly, everyone, is our school admin and the co-workers. So the admins, they are super duper nice. They are very supportive. They are so amazed with the work ethics with the Filipino people, with the Filipino teachers. And once a week then, meron kaming PLC or Professional Learning Community where all the teachers by team, kasi kami nakadivide kami by team. So, yung mga kasamahan ko, mayroon ako isang Pinoy na kasama, but the rest of them, like 10 of us, most of them are American. So, imagine that when we are having a meeting, tapos mga Amerikano yung mga kasama mo, parang mai-intimidate ka, but you have to cooperate, you have to participate in the discussion. So, wala lang. Parang just do your best na lang, di ba? So, meron kaming PLC, tapos may observation sila now and then, may mga pa-surprise observation. So, you need to be prepared all the time. But, overall, in totality, ang galing-galing nila, super mabait, supportive, and they are so fun to work with. I mean, they have work balance in here. Like, pag tapos na yung work, pag alas 3 na tapos na yung work, hindi uso dito yan nag-i-extend ka ng time. Talagang family time na yan after. So, hindi mo din sila pwedeng, i-expect na pupunta sila sa school ng ganitong oras or mag-i-extend sila ng time. Huwag kang mag-expect na ganyan kasi lahat ng oras dito binabayaran. Importante yung oras dito, guys. So, meron talaga silang work balance dito. And my co-workers, again, they are so supportive. At first, nung pumunta ako dito, at the end of the school year na talagang grabe yung mga estudyante ko kasi gusto nang magbakasyon. So, alam mo naman, bagong-bago ka. So, ipapasok ka ba naman ng almost at the end of the school year. So talagang medyo nahirapan ako sa panahong iyon. Kaya nga, yung mga teachers ko na mga Amerikano, ang babait nila. Sila yung talagang nagsasabi kung anong gawin, especially yung mga apps na gagamitin kasi hindi pa ako nag-orientation. So in totality, wala akong masabi sa mga co-workers ko, either Americans or Filipino, because they are doing their best. Ang gagaling nila, tumutulong sila pag kailangan mo ng tulong. At saka dito sa Amerika, hindi uso yung parang groupings na kailangan mo talagang kahit wala kang ginagawa, malaki yung oras mo, pupunta ka sa isang classroom, doon kayo magtatambay-tambay, magchichika-chika. Hindi uso dito yan, guys, kasi parang individualized sila dito eh. Parang may kanya-kanya silang buhay. Pag trabaho talaga. So that's it, everyone. I hope nakatulong ang video na to para may idea kayo tungkol sa salary, lifestyle, the learning environment, and of course the admin and the co-teachers. But disclaimer lang, iba-ibang state, iba-iba yung buhay, kaya iba-iba din yung magiging experience nila. But so far mine, that's it. I hope that it will give you like a general idea. I hope you enjoy this video, and please like and subscribe and share para naman makatulong ang video na ito. And please comment down below kung ano pa yung mga gusto nyong malaman as a teacher here in America, kung paano ba mag-apply and whatever, okay? Thank you so much, everyone, and have a wonderful day. Bye!